All praises, all praises. Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High God. Brother Shamari and Brother Abaji here. True Church of
Shalom.
Israel. Go ahead, Art.
No, I was just saying shalom to everybody, man. All praises to the Most High God.
All praises, man. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this Passover and this Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're gonna break this Exodus chapter 12 down and a little bit of Exodus chapter 13. Grab a few scriptures and just dialogue with y'all, and Most High willing, y'all able to get some nuggets out of here, get some information, and make sure y'all highlight y'all Bibles, man, and take some good notes. Go back and rewind if need be. You want to add anything out before we start?
No, I ain't got nothing to add. We can just get straight to the business.
Let's get it. Let's see how we're supposed to be celebrating this Passover and some of the things we're supposed to get ready to do for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And what are we required to do after the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Because a lot of brothers don't bring that out as well. So we're just gonna dive through these scripts. So go ahead, let's get it. Exodus chapter 12.
The book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
That's right. So this month right now is the month of Abib. This should be the first month of the year to us, right? And let's prove that this is the month of Abib. This name is called the month of Abib. Hold Exodus 12 and 1 and just hop over to Exodus 13 and 1 right quick.
The book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whosoever openeth the womb among children of Israel, both of man and beast, it is mine. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which you came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Abib.
The month of Abib.
The month of Abib.
That's the name of the first month. That's the month that we came out of Egypt, correct? So that goes back to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 2. This is the month shall be unto you the beginning of the months. It shall be the first month of the year unto you. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 3.
Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Go ahead.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
That's right. So the Most High was commanding our ancestors at this time, go get you an unblemished lamb. And if the lamb be too big for the house that you got, give it to your neighbor's house. Because at the end of the day, all y'all gonna eat up under the same house anyway. You understand? Right. So leave it to your neighbor. If your neighbor got a bigger house, he's gonna take care of that lamb. Because at the end of the day, everybody is gonna congregate together and eat that unblemished lamb.
So it's no wasting of the meat.
That's right.
No wasting of the meat. So shoot, you got 2 people in your house, but that lamb is big enough to feed 9 to 12 people. You got 2 or 3 people, but your next door neighbor got 6, 7 people in their house. Then y'all gonna split that lamb accordingly.
That's right. Make sure don't no man want for nothing.
Yeah.
Verse 6.
And you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
So our ancestors was commanded on this day, on the 14th day, to kill the lamb at evening time. Okay? At evening time. This is what our ancestors had to do. Now we know today, let us try to just go purchase a lamb and kill it without us not being farmers. We're going to jail. Guaranteed. So this is the importance of understanding the scriptures is talking to our ancestors and what they had to do in their time. So they had to kill it on the 14th day, right? At evening, verse 7.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts on the upper doorpost of the house wherein they shall eat it.
So wherever they was eating at, once they killed the lamb, they had to take it and take some blood and put it on the post of their house, wherever they was gonna eat it at. So again, when you're dealing with brothers today and they saying that we have to eat this lamb and we have to do this, ask them, are they putting the blood on a post like our ancestors did? Because remember, this is for our ancestors to do. We'll get to what we're supposed to do once we keep reading, but this is what was commanded for our ancestors to do. I want you to understand that. Verse 8.
Verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
So we're supposed to have unleavened bread on the 14th day as well. Unleavened bread the same night as Passover, when we roast that lamb by open fire. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs and with the prutence thereof.
So brothers got to understand this. It said roast the lamb with the whole head and the legs, right? And the appurtenances thereof. That means with the insides. So you roasting it. So you know how you gotta, in order for the meat to be lawful, you gotta hang it upside down, split the throat, let all the blood come out. Now you gut it. You gut it, just straight gut it. Now when you gutting it, you're not breaking any of the bones in the inside of the lamb, okay? Because you got this doctrine about Christ and his bones not being broken. This is not talking about Christ at all.
So really, are we eating the lamb wrong on the feast day any damn way?
Exactly. If you want to do it like our ancestors, if we are supposed to be doing it like our ancestors, then we're doing it wrong, period.
Anyway, we're not supposed to be eating ribs and legs and all this. We're supposed to be turned off the lamb whole.
That's right. Eating the whole damn lamb. Straight up off the roasted roast. You understand me?
Yeah.
So this is what our ancestors was required to do. So this is where when brothers when you listen to brothers talking how they trying to manipulate the scriptures, use it for exactly what it says. The pertinence therein, just the insides, cutting that. We gotta split the damn lamb from the middle so all the insides get cut. Roasting it, the head to the legs, the whole thing. And that's what it means by no broken bones. It don't got nothing to do with Christ. But this is how they'll put their twist on it. This is how we're supposed to prepare the lamb in order to eat it. Simple as that. Okay.
Then they try to say Christ ain't break no bones, but if they stuck nails through his feet and his hands, they had to break some bones to get through that, didn't they?
Guaranteed.
Okay then. So you got bones in your hands, you got bones in your feet. And to stick a nail through that, you got to break bones to get nails through it, man. So come on now.
That's right. All praises. Good evaluation. Great evaluation. Let's get verse 10.
Verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire.
So don't have no extra lamb left over unless you have to burn it with fire. Right?
Oh, you know how we do. Ain't no leftovers in the wilderness. Ain't no to-go plates.
None of that. You got to eat it right now, right? So go ahead.
Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
All praises. So our ancestors, they had to have their pants on, girded, ready to roll, shoes on their feet, staff in their hand. They was ready to go because they had to get ready to move in haste. My question to my brothers today, you want to say we got to do this, where are you putting your shoes on for? Where's you moving to in haste? Where are you going? Where are you running to if you sitting here doing this amongst the congregation and your brethren? Where are you running to? This is the understanding. This is what our ancestors was doing. We'll get to what we got to do in a couple more scriptures down. Go ahead, up.
For I will pass, verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Verse 13.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
So if they trying to make Passover anything about Christ, we know just from these two verses, they is a damn lie. The Most High said he was going to pass through Egypt and smite the firstborn in the land of Egypt, the firstborn and the beast. He's going to execute judgment. He's going to execute judgment. This is what it's all about. The Most High showing his might, his powerful hand. You mean to tell me you want to take that glory and give it to an idol?
That's right. Why would he harden Pharaoh's heart for somebody else to come through and do?
Come on, Israel. Don't take away from the creator to give to the so-called creation. Don't do that.
I'll go to Deuteronomy 4 and 2 real quick. Let's go there, if you don't mind me landing back in, because this is what happens when you do that.
Let's grab it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a punishment to that, man. It's a punishment. You can break it down. After the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish out from it, that you may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
Don't diminish from what the Most High God just told us to do here in Exodus 12. Don't diminish that it is the Most High God who then came through and wiped out all the firstborn. Don't diminish that it was the Most High God who took out all of the beasts. That's what y'all diminishing when y'all want to add on Christ. Y'all diminishing and now y'all adding on. Y'all replacing the Most High God and adding on an idol.
That's right.
Come on, y'all.
You gotta stop there.
Gotta stop that. Read the scripture for what it say. The Most High God said, for it is the day that the Most High God passed through the land of Egypt. Not nobody else. So we got a lot of repenting to do amongst the nation. For real. Repent from that idol. Where we at? Verse 14.
Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you.
This is for us. This is for us. Right now, today, for today's Israelites, for us today, how we supposed to do? Verse 14 is for us. Go ahead.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
So this day that our ancestors just did, what we just read, verse 12 all the way down to 13, sprinkle the blood on the wall so the Most High know that that's the blood of the Lamb, and I'm gonna pass over this. This is my people's house. They understand this instruction. On this day, it's a memorial. We're supposed to remember this day.
Just like you remember the 4th of July, a memorial day.
That's right. That's right. It's a memorial of remembrance. That don't mean go out and go put the blood on your damn post of your house. That don't mean put your shoes on because you got to run somewhere in haste. This is what our ancestors did. We supposed to celebrate it as a feast day. Enjoy it. Have a blast. All praise to the Most High. Our ancestors, they went through that and you came and you slaughtered the firstborn of Egypt for us. Thank you. All praises. That's what it's about. The
main thing we're supposed to be doing that we not is teaching it to our children.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And we gonna get that one as we read through the chapter. But watch this. So we got the feast of, we're supposed to keep the feast of Passover as a memorial, as an ordinance forever, right? Now watch verse 15. Go ahead.
Verse 15. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. Even the first day you shall put away leaven out of your house. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, the soul shall be cut off from Israel.
That's right. So today is the first day after the first day of Feast of Unleavened Bread. Okay. So we ain't supposed to have no leaven in our house. You got pancakes, you got biscuits, cookies, anything with a rising agent. that can rise when you put heat into it, that's leaven. You're supposed to be getting that leaven out of your household. Period. No leaven supposed to be found in your house for 7 days straight. You understand me? So from the 15th, from the 15th day to the 21st day, really the 14th day, because we're supposed to have unleavened bread on the same day as Passover, as we just read on the 14th day as well. So for 7 days to the 21st day, right? No unleavened bread in your house. So make some tortillas that don't got no leaven in there. Buy some tortilla chips. You want to eat some chips? Get tortilla chips, corn chips. No leaven in that, you know. Go ahead, Op.
Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
So again, today, with it being the first day of Feast of Unleavened Bread, no manner of work should be done. No manner of work. Cleaning, nothing. Nothing. And then on the 21st, guess what? No manner of work should be done. Nothing. It's a holy convocation. Holy unto the Most High God. Right?
Yeah. So today is separate. The last day, separate.
That's right. That's right. Verse 17.
Verse 17. It says, and ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your arms out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever.
So again, and when are we supposed to observe it again? Verse 18.
Verse 18, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening.
That's right. So on the 14th day, the same day as unleavened bread, until the 21st day, we're supposed to have unleavened bread, 7 days straight unleavened bread. Now we know the first day and the last day is a holy convocation. No work should be done in it. No nothing. And then the first day, Salakia, the first day is the 14th, same day as Passover, which was yesterday. So yesterday, no work should have been done. Period. So today, hey, if she wants you over there helping cleaning up, then she got you, according to this verse here.
Yeah, she got me, huh? Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, but yeah, we gotta be careful though. We gotta watch it, because
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We really be cutting it close. Really? And then, like I said, the way it sounds to me, even though it's still a memorial, it's still certain stuff that God wants us to do, like getting like the leavened bread. He still want out the house. Saying certain stuff that he won't. Yeah, it's a memorial, but it's still certain stuff within the memorial that he want us to do.
That's right. So it said no unleavened bread for 21 for 1 and 20 days, which is the 21st day of the month. So that's right. No unleavened bread in your household and no unleavened bread in your system. That don't mean because it's out your house, when you go to work, you decide you want to go get you a sausage, Salakia sausage. You better not go get your ass no damn sausage McMuffin. But just because you're going to work, that don't mean let me go get some donuts and bagels.
Yeah.
It's within that 7 days, it's within that 7 days. No leaven in your system either. Not just in your house, in your system. You want to refrain from any of that. You understand? So no leaven in your system at all. Period. Where we at, verse 18? Yep.
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your house, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the Lord.
Just like we just said, don't go to work thinking that all of a sudden the Feast of Unleavened Bread don't apply to you no more because you didn't went to work. If you think that, the Most High God said your soul gonna be cut off from the congregation of Israel, right?
That's right.
So this is what we have to be mindful of when we celebrating this. Because it's a celebration. He didn't say keep it as a memorial like he did the Passover. Because he said keep the Passover as a memorial, but the Feast of Unleavened Bread is an ordinance that we're supposed to adhere throughout our generation.
Because the Passover is impossible to recreate.
Exactly.
You can't do it again. Because at that moment, they was making haste. They was coming out of bondage at that moment.
And here's the thing, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because it said for all Israel. So it don't matter if you was clean or unclean. It said for all Israel. This Passover day on the first month of the 14th day was for all Israel, clean or unclean. The scriptures say all Israel. It don't matter if you just got done touching the defiled body, if you just got done eating an unclean animal. The scripture says it was for all Israel. So my discrepancy when we jump over the numbers, when Moses started talking about a second Passover, if you touch the dead body or if it be too far, then keep the Passover in the second month. But that's not what the Most High God said in Exodus. So
just like Moses said that, we got brothers saying, if you don't pay your fees, if you don't pay your fees, what?
You can't come.
You can't come if you don't pay your fees. If you don't do this and do that, according to the way we say do it, you're not allowed to come to the Passover. It's the same thing,
man. So you got to use discrepancy, man. If we're gonna stick to the Torah, we're gonna stick to what the Most High God said, not what the next man said.
Now, you just made it clear that if any man deny a brother of Israel, you can't. You can't deny nobody the memorial, that Passover memorial, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't deny nobody to feast on that memorial. We can't deny nobody and tell nobody they can't be a part of that.
That's right.
Whether they got the money or not. If they ain't got it, we got to figure out a way to make sure everybody a part. If they want to come and feast and be a part of that memorial, we supposed to allow them to be a part of that memorial.
Right. That's right. Circumcised or uncircumcised, because when we read through Exodus chapter 12, here, when the Most High God passed over, he didn't make no distinction in between circumcised and uncircumcised. It said all Israel. So, this is things that we got to be mindful of when we out here trying to teach our people, man. Where was we at?
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. You shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall you eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover.
Take the lamb and kill it according to the Passover. Go ahead.
And you shall take a bunch of hops and dip it in the blood that is in the bison, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the bison. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until morning.
That's right. So now here's Moses re-instructing Israel what the Most High God just said in Exodus chapter 12, all the way until verse 14. Okay. Now he's re-instructing them again on what to do. Verse, where was we at? Verse 23. Exodus chapter 12, verse 23. You there? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Salakia, man. I don't know, the Wi-Fi dropped, did something. My fault. Where was we at though? Verse 20? Or no, we was on 22.
I'm ready out.
Yeah, we was on 22.
We was on 22, yeah. Verse 22. Let me get back to it. Verse 22 reads, it said, and you shall take a bunch of hospice and dip it in the blood that is in the bison, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the bison. And none of you shall go out of the door of his house until morning.
So we ain't even supposed to leave out our house until the morning. So when they journeyed, guess when they journeyed? They journeyed in the morning. So they say that the doctrine is that we left at night on the full moon, but the scriptures say what? We ain't supposed to leave our house until when?
Till morning.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
But if the new day started at night, they left at night. Let me tell you, you know it.
Come on, man. There's so much meat to break down in these scriptures. But go ahead, verse 23.
Verse 23. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. When he saw the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. And you shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be, he says, and it shall come to pass when ye become to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service.
That's right. So we're supposed to keep it by this service when we get to the land that the Most High God promised us. So when they crossed over to that Jordan, they were supposed to keep it according to this service, right? Go ahead.
Verse 26, and it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service?
What you mean, Pops? What you mean by this service? How are we supposed to keep the Passover? Because remember, we just said in Numbers chapter 9, Moses was talking about keeping it in the second month on the 14th day if you weren't clean in this. But the Most High God just said, what? Read 26 again.
Verse 26, and it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye be this service? That verse 27, that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head in worship.
So that's what we're supposed to be teaching our children, what the Passover is all about. When our kids ask us, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, what is the Passover about? We're supposed to pull out this scripture right here, verse 26 and verse 27. It is the day that the Lord passed over the houses of the children of Israel and smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses.
Man.
And the people bowed down and worship. If that's not a memorial we should be telling our kids, how the hell we get Christ out of that? See what I'm saying? This is the lies. Then you might as well be telling your kids to believe in Santa Claus if you're telling them this is Christ. Why you lying to the kids, telling them there ain't no Easter bunny, but you lying about this is Jesus? You know what I'm saying? You say this is Jesus, but then you tell them there ain't no Easter.
Yeah. If you really wanted to, I'd rather you lie about and tell them that the Easter bunny real than tell them that this Christ.
Come on, man.
If you want to be
if you want to be technical, don't lie on the Most High God like that. Don't take his glory like that, man.
Yeah.
And this is what Israel and that New Testament has done, man. Get out of that New Testament, man. It's just destroyed our people mentally. Right now, verse 29, where we at?
Verse 28, and the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungles, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose. See, because so if they'd have been traveling at night, bro, they'd have ended up getting hit by this plague, right?
That's right. Because the Most High came at midnight and he said, don't no man leave out your house until morning.
That's right. So they'd have been dead too.
Because
So
again, the camps, and I speak from experience, they say, oh, it was a full moon. That's when Israel traveled out. They traveled at night. They had to move at night. That's how they was able to see. I've been there. I'm not, and so here it is where somebody lying. Somebody lying.
Yep.
So
somebody lying. Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up, get ye forth from among my people, both you and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as ye have said.
mm-hmm.
Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also.
So here's the doctrine. See, Pharaoh came and got Moses and Aaron at nighttime. Now remember, we got to keep the time period in actuality. The Most High God passed over at 12 o'clock. Somewhere in the middle of the night, Pharaoh and them woke up. We don't know what time in the middle of the night, but sometime Pharaoh and them woke up and they realized, oh shit, everybody dead. My son dead. What the hell? All the sheep dead. Everything dead. What's going on? Go get these Negroes. Bring them here. Now you got to think. Time is going by. Time ain't just being standing still.
Hell no.
So time is going.
Yeah. God done already came through and smote it. Shit. Hell yeah, right. They can come out now.
So if you say, let's just say hypothetically it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they go get Moses and Aaron and tell them, man, go get y'all peoples and get y'all herd and get y'all shit and get up out of here. It's in the middle of the night. They still got to get everybody, all 12 tribes together. Get all their shit together in a rush. Remember, they still in a rush.
We talking about over 400,000 people, bro.
That's right. That's why we know, like the scriptures say, they left in the morning. It couldn't have been at nighttime. It couldn't have been dark.
That's right.
That's my point. It couldn't have been dark because you got to rally up the people, rally up the herd.
That's right.
You got your chutes and stuff packed up, ready to go, but you still got to get everybody to go to move in one accord.
Hey, because guess what? He still ain't freed them yet.
No, not at all.
He just now freeing them, like you said, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. He done called Moses and Aaron and tell them, y'all get y'all shit out of here. Y'all get out of here.
That's
Up
right.
until then, they were still in bondage.
That's right. Still in the house, waiting for the green light.
That's right.
You understand? Where we at? Verse 33.
Verse 33. It says, and the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, we be all dead men. Verse 34, and the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kindle throats being bonded up in their clothes upon their shoulders.
So remember, on the 14th day on Passover, we're supposed to have unleavened bread, but we couldn't even make the unleavened bread because they came in there tripping. But that was being lazy because it should have already been made.
That's right.
The unleavened bread should have already been made on that 14th day. So slip up, but go ahead.
Verse 35, and the children of Israel did according to the words of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels and of silver and jewels of gold and remnant. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Scottish, about 600,000 on foot that were men besides children.
So we had 600 brothers and sisters on foot. So again, on the time period, the Most High comes slaughter everybody at midnight, somewhere in the middle of the night. Pharaoh and them wake up, go get Moses and Aaron. We don't know how much time it took to go get Aaron and Moses from Egypt to where we was at, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, them heathens didn't want us too close to them. So it had to be some ways away. So they, that time, that's an hour already passed by just to go to and come back, give or take an hour. Then they got to still go back, wake all 600 and something foot soldiers, not including the kids up, and still gather all the herd.
That's right.
It's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. And I mean, they ain't in the Lexus or the Range Rover or nothing. They can't catch an Uber down there to get Moses in there, man. You know,
nothing. Them camels ain't moving that fast
at all.
So, verse 38.
Verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, in flocks and herds, even very much cattle.
So we had a mixture of people with us. We had a mixture of herds and cows and everything with us. Go ahead.
It said, and a mixed multitude, man.
Everybody was there.
It was not just us in the wilderness, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Verse 39. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual.
So we knew they were supposed to prepare that unleavened bread on the 14th day at evening.
Yeah, just like you said.
Yeah. They didn't do that. That's why they asked got up out of here. That's why they asked had to get up out of there fast, and they didn't have nothing to munch on. It was over there home.
That's right.
So
verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years.
That's how
and
long
it came to say what up?
That's how long we was in Egypt, 430 years.
Golly. And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord were out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is that night of the Lord's to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
So this night, all the children of Israel, throughout their generation, all the children of Israel, that means clean, unclean, just touch the dead corpse, whatever it say, all the children of Israel in their generation. So again, I need one of my fellow brothers out there. When we get into a so-called second Passover, how can that be? Because the second Passover has to do with what? If you touch a defiled body, or you're unclean, or if it beat too far, then you have a second Passover. But how can that be when here in Exodus chapter 12, it said for all Israel to observe on this day?
So it's no need for no second Passover if he say for all Israel. He's basically saying unclean and clean.
That's my point.
So that's the whole thing about it, bro. We could be sitting up here talking about our brothers and sisters that do this and do that. When the time comes, that's why he also tell us, bro, we can't be mad if we sitting here doing this work for 10, 15 years, and in 30 seconds, a brother or sister making it to the kingdom of God. We can't get mad at that, you know what I'm saying? Because if they get it at the last second, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's right. That's right. As long as they repent and turn back, man, and get that thing.
You ain't nothing you can say about it.
And just to confirm what you're saying, we're gonna get it right here in verse, where we at? Verse 43, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get it right here in verse 43 and verse 44, exactly what you're saying, and verse 45. Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. But every man's servant that is brought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh a boy out of the house, neither shall you break a bone thereof.
So according to 43, 44, 45, a foreigner or a servant shouldn't eat, right? And, but there's speculations to that, there's stipulations to that. And one more thing I want to add right quick, in verse 46, it's talking about, again, the lamb. In one house shall it be eaten. What shall be eaten? The lamb. one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry it forth out of the flesh abroad of the house. So once it's in your house, don't take that lamb out of your house. Once you cook it and it's brought inside for you to eat your lamb inside your house. That don't mean let's eat the lamb outside and let's go kick it and walk around, eat a plate of lamb. None of that, right? Neither shall you break a bone thereof. Don't break the bone of the lamb. So that means no lamb shoulder, no lamb legs, none of that, because we have to eat the inside. If you can't break the bones, guess what's left? The insides. That means the liver. You can't even really eat the ribs because you can't break a bone. So you have to what? Eat the liver, the gut, whatever else is inside.
Or you're gonna have to cut off of it.
That's right.
You're gonna have to cut the meat off. Yeah,
That's
you got to cut the meat off of it, because like just like you would if we was roasting and turning one over a fire, you had to cut your meat off.
Right,
we can't break a leg off. We can't break a leg or a thigh off of it. We're gonna have to cut the meat off right there.
That's right. Remember, we just read this earlier in the chapter as well. So I just want people to understand about this breaking of the bone.
But like he said, shit, we eating all that. Eating all that. Yeah, but with no broken bones.
Let me finish up. So now let's get back to the strangers and how they can observe these Passovers with us, though, right? Verse 48, verse 47.
47. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it.
All again. There goes all. All that means clean or unclean, circumcised or uncircumcised, right? Watch, read on.
Verse 48. And when a stranger shall join with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof.
That's right.
One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you.
And what's that law? Go ahead.
You say what? Say that again, out.
I said, now let's see what that law is.
Yeah.
We know that law is that circumcision.
That circumcision is the commandments.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and to the stranger that should join among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the self same day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies.
All praises, all praises. So this is what it's supposed to be all about right here. This is how we're supposed to celebrate this Passover. If we got brothers that's amongst us, that's heathens, we want you to circumcise your mind. Circumcise your mind. Come back and turn to the Most High God. Serve him alone. Get rid of the idol. Same thing for our brothers and sisters. That's what the circumcision is about. Circumcision of the mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get rid of the idol serving of other gods. You understand me? You want to add anything else?
I mean, you can't get no better than that, man. And I mean, like I said, I mean, the way the brother be teaching it, man, it make it easier. It make it easier for us to be able to keep this. This is like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta take. We can't bring our people out of bondage and put another bondage on them. You know what I'm saying? So all this, brother, right here is when we going through these scriptures, and when we post this shit, this is the extra bondage we trying to take off your back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I have dealt with the camps and trying to prepare for a feast day to where this shouldn't be frustrating.
That's right.
It shouldn't be frustrating. You shouldn't be frustrated trying to keep the Passover. You shouldn't be. Yeah, it's supposed to be enjoyment, just like how we used to do. You weren't frustrated when you went and got your 4th of July outfit, your firecrackers. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no frustrations in that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the same way that the Passover is supposed to be. It's supposed to be nothing but joy. It's supposed to be, we feed all the people, man. We don't want nobody to die according to the Most High God, man. That's not what we wish on people, man. We don't wish death. That's God built us for love. All the death and everything, it deals with him. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be drawing people closer to the Most High God. I don't give a damn if they got it. If we got to pick people off the streets, if they want to come learn, we supposed to be teaching these people this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, every time you deny a brother this Passover, and every time you deny a brother or sister this memorial, that's blood on your hands, man.
Right. That's right.
I'm telling you, because he telling you all brothers and sisters.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to add, man. But like I said, because we trying to make this thing as simple as possible for our people, man. Because the whole, so it can go smoothly, man. So we can have this understanding. So this is all the brother be trying to get y'all to understand. What Brother Shamari is on here teaching this stuff is that no, I'm not trying to take away from the Passover, but let's do it the right way. Because if you want to be technical, shit, hell, we eat lamb chops and lamb ribs and lamb legs, and God told us not to break the bone. So we doing it wrong. Like the brother said, what are we making haste to go to work tomorrow? Because we're not making haste to freedom. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters was making haste to freedom.
Right. That's why it's commanded for us to keep it as a memorial.
A memorial.
As a memorial. Remembrance, man. So
we gonna have when our day come, we gonna have our own type of memorial.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's gonna be in them days after that, when he put them commandments in our hearts and our mind, it's gonna be a day where we sit up and it's always gonna be that memory. Hey, y'all remember? The day I told y'all, it's gonna be something we teach it to our children, that you don't want to get put to death and you don't want to go back to this shit that we had to do.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be forgotten. It's gonna be taken away, but it's not gonna be forgotten that we were slaves in Egypt. It's not gonna be forgotten that we were slaves in America. It's not gonna be forgotten.
No.
Nope. Say, not at all. Yeah, so y'all got to get that out your head, man. We're going to be teaching this shit to our children. We never want to go back to this. We always want to remain to where we at right now, and that's serving the Most High God and serving him on. You know what I'm saying? So, like the brother said, man, he just killed that Christ doctrine. He just killed a bunch of doctrines, like I said, with this weekly Sabbath. He killing that. All you brothers praying to the east, burning these incense, all this different type of stuff. He done killed that.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. We done broke that all the way down.
Everything you can possibly do to pull Christ into it, he done killed it. Now it's basically like you're not watching the classes, or you just don't give a damn.
Or you just don't give a damn. Hey, right quick, I just want to. We understand that the Feast of Unleavened Bread is in the first month, right? 14th to the 21st. So, like I was saying earlier, what are we supposed to do after the Feast of Unleavened Bread? What's the next thing? What are we supposed to get ready to do, right? We got
we get ready for the month. We get for the beginning of the harvest.
That's right. All praises. We get ready for the beginning of harvest, right? So let's prove it though, because I don't want nobody just thinking that we just talking, because this one we're supposed to sow our seeds, right? Exodus chapter 23, verse 15.
I got you.
23 verse 15. We'll start at verse 14.
All right.
16.
Where you want to start?
Verse 14 and
15 14 through 16.
Yep.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 14. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
Wait, how many times,
3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
Now let's get those 3 times that we're supposed to keep a feast to the Most High God. Go ahead.
Verse 15, thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib. For in it thou comest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty.
Okay, so hold that. It's the month of Abib, the first month of the year. We know that we're supposed to observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Wait a minute. Aki skipped right over the Passover, because it's letting you know that the Passover is a memorial.
All praises.
So he didn't even mention the Passover.
No, because it's
that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna read that again.
These 3 times we supposed to get together.
Okay, these 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib, for in it thou comest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty.
So we know the month of Abib on the 14th day to the 21st day, 7 days. On the 21st day is the end, right? Now, what are we supposed to do after the 21st day, right? We supposed
Verse 15.
Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Okay, we got that. Verse 16. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. The first, it says the feast of harvest, right? The first fruits of your labors that thou hast sown in the field. So in the month of Abib, after Feast of Unleavened Bread, you got to sow your seed. This is the first of your labors, the first fruits of your labors. So this is the second time that we're supposed to get together. First is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And then verse 16, and meaning 2, right?
Yeah.
And the Feast of Harvest for the fruits of thy labor, which thou hast sown in the field, and the Feast of Ingathering, which is at the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. So in the month of Abib, after we do the Feast of Unleavened Bread, we sow our seeds, we plant our seeds. And then at the end of the year, when we gather 7 months later, when we gather what we sowed in the field from the month of Abib, 7 months later, not 7 weeks, like they try to say, 7 months later, at the end gathering, when all your crop is done, that's the 3rd time we're supposed to get together, the Feast of Harvest. What they try to say around Halloween or some shit, they say. Make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is where they
Well,
try
the enemy have they Feast of Harvest. They stuff is gonna always be on time with ours. They just gonna name it something different, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and
this is where the Pentecost, they try to say the Pentecost is supposed to come 50 days after Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Yeah.
50 days, but that's not according to scripture. We're not supposed to have another feast until 50 days after the harvest, after the end harvest, according to Leviticus. So
we don't celebrate no.
They flipped it on us, completely flipped it on us.
But see, but during that 50 days, what we gonna be going again into?
Shit.
After that harvest, that 7 months of harvest, and then we wait 50 days. Tabernacles. We're gonna be coming right back into the tabernacles. Then we're gonna be going into the Day of Atonement. Then we're gonna come right back into the Passover.
Exactly. So watch how the heathens just tried to flip it. Watch, grab it in Leviticus 23 and 39. This is just some nuggets for the people, man. This is some nuggets for the people, because they try to tell us Passover or Pentecost is 50 days after a Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's the Feast of Weeks, 7 weeks. But we just showed.
Hey, you just killed that. You just killed that. Look,
we're supposed to sow our seed on the 22nd day of after unleavened bread in the month of.
Hey, okay, you said Leviticus what?
Leviticus 23 and 39. So we're dealing with the ingathering.
Okay, so Leviticus 23 and 39. It say also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruits of the land, you shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On that first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
So, hold on. Oh, my fault. So that's when after we gathered the land, this is the end of the harvest. We're supposed to have a holy convocation for 7 days, and then on the 8th day, it's supposed to be an offer made by fire, because all of the harvest is already done and complete. That's why it's supposed to be a harvest. Watch, keep reading. That was 39, right? Hold on. 39, because I know I want to get 39, verse 41. Verse 41. Let's go into the this going into this to show that hold on. This still to show that we're talking about how the ingathering goes into that tabernacles, just like you said, the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of thy land. That's what Leviticus 23 and 39. So that's right. So we know during the tabernacle, because that's in the 7th month, on that same day, we're gathering in the fruit and we're getting ready to kick off the Feast of Tabernacles. That's what it's showing. So that's the end, just to confirm, that's the harvest day, right? So Leviticus 29 and 23, Leviticus 23, hold on, I'm looking for that. 7 days complete. 23, everything is Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23 and 10. Oh, Leviticus 23 and 16. Leviticus 23 and 16.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 16. Even until the marrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
That's right. So that 50 days right here, this is after all the harvests came in. This is after we got all the first fruits. Get Leviticus 23 and 10. This is after we reap the harvest of our first fruits that we sowed back in the beginning of the year. Leviticus 23 and 10. Watch this.
Leviticus 23 and 10. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
That's right. The first fruits of your harvest in the 7th month, from what we laid down back in the month of Abib, 7 months prior to. So it's not no weekly thing. It is a month.
That's why God wants us to gather together like that, because now we giving that 10% to the priest at the same time. It's not you take your 10% when you feel like it. You take your 10% when you feel like it. We giving this 10% all at the same time.
That's right. Now all of us is together at that on those 3 times together.
On those 3 times, that's right.
So there ain't no discrepancies, man. All praises, man. So, it's a lot of nuggets, man. It's a lot of nuggets in these scriptures.
But it makes sense, bro. It makes more sense than it did in the camp. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. It makes more sense, bro. It's just like, I don't know what to say, man. Maybe it just seems so easy that people don't believe it because we're making it seem so easy.
They hear it. They've been indoctrinated and they heard it for so long. For them to hear something different and foreign, it's gonna sound foreign to them. The truth always sound foreign. That Exodus 23 and 15 through 16, where it's telling us at the end of unleavened bread, those 3 times we're supposed to get together, the feast of unleavened bread and the feast when we sow our seeds in the field, and the ingathering, that's 3 different times. You have to be able to distinguish those 3 different times.
And just think, they be killing themselves. They be trying to keep the feast of Nickernackle and all this different type of crap, man. The Most High didn't tell us to do all that, bro. That shit you doing on your own.
You're doing it on your own for vainglory.
If you keep reading, some of them times he wants us to gather together in the scriptures you were showing us. He wants us to gather together just as the males.
Yep.
So it was just the time he wants just the men to gather together.
Because you got to think, right after the feast of unleavened bread, and if we had to sow our seeds in the field, guess who was sowing the seeds in the field? The men. Right. That's why he wanted all the men to come together, because you niggas is gonna work. Plant these seeds, and just like the end harvest, when all the men supposed to get together, why? Because y'all Negroes is gonna get in the field and get this
pull this shit up. Yeah,
that's right. And then you're gonna give it to the priest, and the priest gonna make that offering, that wave offering to you.
That's right.
I mean, it's real simple.
But I mean, it's just too much like right, huh?
It's like, I'm just showing what the scriptures show. All praise to the Most High.
That's all you can do, huh? That's all you can do. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all you can do is just show what the scriptures say. Because a person, if they not gonna go look in the scriptures and see this, for themselves, then they'll never get it anyway. You got to go see it for yourself, people. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit up here. Don't take the doctrine. Don't take what people show you and run to your so-called elders and ask them, because they not gonna give it to you.
That's right.
That's why God say the information that you get, study to show yourself approved.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like if I had an agenda and you come to me like, say, deacon or elder Abaji, whatever you want to call me, you know what I'm saying? The brother just told me that the Sabbath is once a month. So, man, that brother's wicked. I'm going to go straight into them brothers' integrity instead of going into the scriptures, showing and proving through what God said that them brothers wrong.
Right. Show me in the scripture.
Show me through the scriptures that this brother wrong. Don't tell me he wicked.
That's right.
Because I don't give a damn about his flesh. All I give a damn about is what his spirit telling me. Is his spirit telling me to come closer to the Most High God?
That's right. That's right.
See what I'm saying? So that y'all got to understand that them brothers and sisters that straight that soon as you say something about a brother, they got negative shit to say about it. That brother wicked. That brother did this. That brother sister wicked. So and so this, man. Say them people don't know no damn scriptures. They ain't giving you what God say, because God gonna tell us what's wicked and what's righteous.
That's right. That's right. And 9 times out of 10, them brothers and sisters that want to come back and just jaw jack, they ain't finna give you no scriptures. They just want to come with the intense spirit. They want to come and strive. It happens. And it happens. For me, sometimes I entertain it because it helps keep my sword sharp. I be ready.
That's right. That's right. Me too. I
know these.
I mean, like you know the truth. I mean, we know the truth. We could just be helping the people around us and going on about our business. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, but it's just God just put it on our spirit to reach out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it ain't nothing but sharpening our sword, because I hear shit all the time where I have to go back in the scriptures and reevaluate. So all praises to the Most High God. That just let me know that there's plenty more that I got to learn.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end, no. Yeah, me falling for Christ again, I don't give a damn where you put it. I'll never fall for that again.
Hey, that's out of there.
That's out of there. But then, just like I said, man, I tell y'all, man, you know, Aki on point, man. And right now, we got to ride this wave with him. I'm riding the wave with him because God's showing him a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I got my little pat on the back when God gave me my wave. I got my little pat. Now get your ass up off the wave board and let somebody get up off the wave board, you know. And that's what's wrong with brothers. They don't know how to get out the way. It's not your time. It's not your season. It's the season for another brother to guide us. It's a season for that. That's what take the stress off brothers, man.
That's right. That's right. That's
you know what I'm saying? And we know how to move out the way, man. And like I said, and brothers know how to step their ass up to the plate and do what they're supposed to be doing.
That's right. That's right. Because, you know, again, a lot of brothers is in it for vanity opposed to edification. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's what we're supposed to be hearing. Like this brother got children running up to him talking about pawpaw and all this, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that in too many households, man. Well, this is how we make Israel great again, man.
That's right. That's right. They gonna
hear
it throughout this household
every day, every year. Them babies hear about the Passover.
That's right. That's right. And they gonna know that it was the Most High God who came and said
who came and did that. That shit matters. That's so right. Now he's setting up his generations for success, man.
They will not be bamboozled by none of these hood camps.
That's right. We got to set our generations up for success, to be servants of the Most High God, man, not servants of this world, man.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
But, so, you know what I'm saying? Shit, all praises.
Out on Isaiah 55:11, huh?
You know it. You know it. You know it.
Out on Isaiah 55
I heard you tell them too, like, if the rest of the old, if you don't follow nothing but the Torah, don't let me see you use Isaiah, Jeremiah, don't let me see you use.
Man. Brothers is so wicked, man. Brothers so wicked.
Hey, man, because you sure will talk about you Torah only, but then jump to, here you go in Eldra. What you doing in Malachi?
Right. But then when it get at me talking about, I pulled something out of 1 Samuel, and he say, no, that don't got nothing to do with it because it's not Torah. What?
Oh, my God.
But
Then you talking about 1 Samuel? You talking about Samuel who kept the Torah?
Right. So that was the reason we posted that, because
I know it. I know it.
Brothers post something out of the Torah, man, talking about don't ever tell me no shit like that, and then you turn around and post something out of Ezekiel.
Exactly. Exactly. The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it.
That's right. All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High God, man.
Hey, if y'all got a nugget, man. We gonna let the Most High do what He do, man. So
all praises. That was a good one though, because like I said, you never know, bro. And then, like I said, man, I done heard the Passover class 100 times, and did not know that it's a Sabbath at the beginning of Unleavened and one after.
Right. That's right.
That's correct.
So
right. You find out shit different every time you get into this, my people. This is it never gets old, man. It never gets old, and it's a new child born in Israel every day.
That's right.
So it's able to be read every day because there's new children being born in Israel daily. So it never gets old, y'all.
That's why his word will never go out void. His one thing that's gonna be here forever is his law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. The commandments gonna be here when we gone.
That's right. They're gonna be here forever. So,
that's right.
Hey, Shalom Israel.
That's true. That's facts. Was they not here before we was born?
They was here.
They was here. I'm reading my Bible older than me.
That's right. So when we gone, they gonna be here.
They gonna be here, man.
So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Feast of Unleavened Bread throughout the week, man. I hope everybody enjoyed their Passover and got it in. And man, do it big for the rest of the week, man. And make sure though that last day, if you can, don't go to work. Don't do no work.
It's the Sabbath. All praises. Our good class, man. Shalom.
Shalom, y'all.
Shalom, my brother.